Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Winston. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a second down throw for Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, yellow lady. 95-56.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Okay, we're waiting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Good set. Level. Ready, 90.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor able to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. And they'll go on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready.
From the gun, Winston. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jameis to throw it. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Ready. Flag. Ready. Here we go. Even. Watch the foul.
Here's Winston. He's going to fire one deep over. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Even.
Here's Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Here we go, even.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He's going to loft one deep left side here as his guys are in for 6. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Breeze now out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Ready? You ready?
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Levante David in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken inside his own 40. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
550. Let's go.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. A.J. Klein on the tackle there.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready? Blue wing.
On 3rd down, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Here we go. Good, good, good. Line 4, ready. Slow down.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready? We're waiting.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They're able to locate Wilson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready? We're ready. 21.
Breeze now on 1st down. That one complete to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
11.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are back within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Easy, easy, easy. Watch the slip, Sonic.
To throw is Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Winston now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready. Blue lady.
Now Winston. Going deep here for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
Hey. 5-0, okay? Sonic.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On second down, here's Breeze. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 46 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here's Breeze to throw. That is incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
21.
Now Breeze. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Off the play fake, Winston. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Easy, easy, easy.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Bust through the tackle. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Check, check, check. Go down. Ready for check.
They run it again with Kamara. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Bree's going to sneak it and able to follow his center and pick up the first. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Yes. Ready. You ready? Ready for check.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw their verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Here's Breeze. He completes it to Bryant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch for Bryant. He's got a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's break it down, fellas. Break it down. Ready.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept them in the game.
He sure has, and that offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down, Winston. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
A give to Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Ready. Blue ready. 550.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And look at this. They get... Oh, no, he lost the football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready. Blue ready.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. throwing. Winston. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A.J. Klein in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Got three.
Jameis to throw it. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And going, and that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Kill.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey, you waiting? What's that?
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Gerald McCoy able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Throwing now is Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They do get... but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready? You waiting? Where's that?
Now Breeze got to have this one. And Wilson has it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, two. Hey, you waiting?
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second down, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Winston here to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And now it's third down. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Back to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
13. Ready?
To throw is Breeze. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A give. This is Kamara. Spins away. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it. So with that, need 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for New Orleans, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.